so excited to introduce you into my new guests tonight. They've been a friend of mine in the LA dance scene for about 10 years now. They have their own life. They have their own interpretation of what dance has been like to them. And I cannot wait for you to understand and hear their outtakes and inputs about the dance dialect. And they're on their way here. I can't wait for you to... That's them now. Hold on. Here. I'm good with that.
Okay. Oh my gosh! Hi.
Yes, come on over. Have a seat. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Yes. Good. How are you?
I'm so blessed.
Good.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
So,
As is life.
Welcome to KingsKorner.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's something new that's been dear to my heart that I've wanted to do for a very long time because I really value the dance experiences that I've had in LA, and I want them to be highlighted more. And I want other people to be highlighted more. I want our stories to be highlighted more. The things that we, our opinions about them and how we go through them in the world.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how long I have known you, but it's been at least a good 5-6 years.
Yeah, it's been
at least 2 years.
8 years. Yeah, because I've been out here for 8 years now. So.
And in that we've seen each other develop
a lifetime.
So much. A lifetime. You changed. Like 8 years is a very long time out here.
Yeah.
Not to mention the actual like 13, 12 years we've been out here now.
Right.
So in that I've seen you grow and I've seen you become, we become multiple different people, persons when we're out here. Like we change, we evolve. We have to. Appreciated your evolvement, the way that you've evolved. I've always appreciated
evolution.
I've always appreciated your evolution, and being able to be your friend throughout it. And it's nice that you can go through life sometimes and be there with people and watch them grow, and be there when they go through things and when they get great accolades and when they, sometimes when the clouds are over their heads and they're there to be where with each other. It's very important, I think. So I thank you for that community.
Yeah,
thank you for being a part
absolutely.
Of that.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah, no, really. Tell us a little bit about. Yeah, no, really.
It's so nice. Like, I mean,
how nice was it?
Sorry, it's gonna be a lot of giggles,
a lot of cackles,
a lot of giggles. So get ready.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like a 2-hour-long episode
of nothing but laughter.
Yeah, 1 hour of just.
So aren't you in for a hoot then? Aren't you gonna be so excited? So tell us and the world a little bit about your dance relationship in LA. I know you said you've been out here. I said 13 for me, but how long has it been for you?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years in April.
Wow, so I met you when you first moved out here.
Literally.
Crazy.
You were like the second friend I made.
Oh my gosh.
Like just like naturally. You know what I mean? Yeah. We did have a conversation.
Okay,
yeah.
So then it was me that you told me.
But yeah, it's been about 8 years.
Okay. And your relationship with dance in those 8 years, can you describe a little bit of that and like what it felt like, what it looks like, what it
is now is completely different than what I thought it was gonna be when I got out here. Ideas and these kind of goals, and you watch other dancers and other artists do what they're doing, and you kind of find inspiration through that, of course. And then sometimes it kind of takes over to like be what you think you need to do and what you think is going to be your journey, but no one's journey is the same. That's definitely one thing I've learned. Everyone's journey is very, very different. It's going to get you to the end of the rainbow either way. But for me, it's been a lot of, it's hard work to do what we do, and not even just as dancers, but as artists. And to work in the industry itself, because dancers are a part of the industry, of course, but it's a very segregated part of it as well. But there's so many different little outlets you can kind of go. For me personally, where I'm at now, my career has gone this way, like complete right-hand turn from where I thought my path was. But all in all, I love it. Send it. I don't know. That's a weird word. I don't like that word.
Okay.
It sounds. I don't know. It just sounds corny. But anyways, but
we do transcend. We do. I like to say we shed skin, but then I don't like to say that because I feel like that's a snaky thing.
Because you never.
But we do also we do have to shed a part of our skin. We had skin on the floor and you vacuum it up. Right. We have new skin.
Yeah.
And that does exist.
Yeah. Absolutely.
In the dance community, in the dance world, and
I think for me, realizing that even though you shed those scales and those moments of evolution and transcending, it's you're not a different person. You are, but you're still the same. You're still that person you used to be who had the dream to get your ass up and go out there and make it reality, you know? Which for me, it's just been a whirlwind. Like I still feel like I just got out here. Like I still feel like the new girl. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do. I honestly do, because I'd be walking around and I'm like, oh, I never felt like this before in a class, and I feel like a brand new me. I feel like a brand new energy.
Yeah.
I do feel like now that I'm older and I've been out here longer, I do feel like the sense of like I should have felt when I was like maybe 18 or 19, and I should have, but I feel like when you're younger, your inhibitions are a little bit lesser, especially when it comes to things you're unfamiliar with. If I ride this bike off these stairs, am I going to get hurt? You know, that fear is less.
Right.
Younger.
The only way you're going to know is to fall off the stairs.
And now, right. And I've fallen down many stairs.
Yeah.
Not searching for my dreams though, so that's what we're fixing.
Just in life,
yeah. And now I feel like I have that again at the 25 age that I am, and being here for the 13 years that I've been here.
Shade. Sorry, that giggle wasn't shade. It was just
I feel that sense of like balls to the wall again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel that
like
sense
inspired
of like
again.
Yeah, I feel that sense of like, you know what, I don't give a shit. You know what you guys think of me or what. I feel because I've been here so long. I think that now I have that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because now I've let my guard down. Now I feel like I'm a little bit not. I don't even feel like a veteran yet. You have salud. You know you do salud. You do funk. You gotta sip the tea, girl.
It's all about the tea.
Oh, and it's spicy.
I
like a good chai. However, though I'm learning the ropes of things,
but now you have the experience.
I feel like my wisdom, exactly. I feel like the wisdom and the understanding and the translation of things is a lot different for me now. The way that I communicate with people, the way that I understand how people are communicating with me. I think that in my journey, and maybe you can relate to this a lot, I've worked through things that have allowed me to move from a more positive light. And so I don't fear the things I feared before. And so I think that makes me feel brand new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always fears, but I feel like that's what evolution is. It's like, it's maybe not moving on and dealing with fears better, but being able to
work through them.
Yeah.
And
take them and face them.
There are times within that new growth that you felt the need to step in or out more. Because for instance, I know a bunch of dancers, and I myself also, you know, when we first came out here, and even now I'm still, you know, train. Yeah. Train. When I say stepping in and out, I want to also segue into a topic of like intentional training,
right?
And intentional classes, right?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like those two topics kind of go hand in hand as far as like train. You're going to burn out. You're going to start stepping in and out,
right?
Because you're not taking classes with an intentional, you know, meaning. You're just trying to fill the space.
Yeah, you're just taking class.
But do you feel like there's times where you've benefited from doing that? Benefiting from pushing the gas all the way down, or like letting the gas off? Because I feel like there's a fear in both. And I would like to highlight on it's okay to take a deep breath and step backwards a little bit, you know?
Yeah, totally. I mean, when I first got out here, you know, and I've seen it in a lot of other dancers' journeys and stuff like that, you know, you kind of just... You want to start taking as many classes as possible, absolutely, because it is also
about
when you go to class, you're not just training, you're networking.
Right.
You know? So you're meeting people, you're putting your face out there, you're meeting people, either the choreographer/teacher or the students in the class themselves, who also could be other choreographers/teachers.
Who also might know.
And when I first got out here, you know, I didn't necessarily do the homework on that part. So I was meeting a lot of people that I didn't even know were people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's a great opportunity in itself. But where I'm at now, the intention is much more specific. Like I know like where I want to go. And the classes I take are specific. They're going to help me to develop where I want to go and where I want to be, but also kind of nostalgic as well, because I do take a lot of people that I have taken since I've been out here. You know, your Denzel Chisholms, your you know, Day, who's been teaching forever. You know, all these people I still take from all these people, Karan Lynn, yeah. There's the list goes on
Yeah,
and on.
Mackenzie, this goes on and on. We could label all of y'all. We love you all. You know who you are.
Absolutely.
And you see us in our classes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
on the job.
Like Darrell Bullocks, like all these people. Like it's a very interesting transition and transformation that I find myself in now because I was taking, maybe in a day 3 to 4 classes, maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking maybe 1 to 2 classes a week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Intentional training. Putting yourself in the right places with the people that you can pride yourself around to not even feel successful, but to feel like you're using your time wisely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's very important.
Because when you even if you're going to college and you're learning how to be a lawyer, you have to take all these side things over here, but the end all goal is to start really specifying it.
Right.
Really starting to specify where it is that you want to go, and also realizing and evolving with where the trends are. As dumb as that sounds,
it's not dumb at all.
Because dance goes through trends.
Wait, I think I have one.
You know what I mean? You got it? She found the pen? Okay. Right. Because, when I first started dancing out here, it wasn't necessarily so hip-hop focused. But then I saw the transition from it being more of the jazz funk, very, very sharp, very, very hitty, very, very lines, all these things, to now because we had Black Lives Matter movement, we had 2020, we had all these things that can change, not just...
Sorry. I thought about Santa Barbara when you said that. You remember Santa Barbara?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Our little road trip?
Yeah.
Me and
Floyd? We went to Santa Barbara during the pandemic on 420, and we had like a little road trip.
Yeah.
Cutest
you couldn't do anything else. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, being more specific with it and stuff like that, and realizing and remembering, if there comes a time where the trends kind of start to change, I'm going to adjust to that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's where the jobs are. That's where the booking is. You know what I mean? Right now, it's still very, very hip hop focused.
It's true.
It's still very, very, groovy.
Very R&B focused. Yeah. Now. I feel like.
But you will still get your lines and all that stuff in every style. But, hip hop is just a more free expression of movement and dance itself, and really being comfortable with who you are to express the movement in your own personal way while staying within the outline of what the choreography is.
Right. In the book, not the chapter.
Yeah, but if you're going back to what we're talking about, jazz funk, you need to know the line is here, it's not down here. You're doing jazz, absolutely.
It's a whole different thing.
All the things, ballet,
everything has a technique to it, and then a quality
musical
to it.
theater.
Right. What would you say would be like dancer mentality? What is a dancer in LA? In your experience, what's a mentality that you think radiates success? Moreover than like, I'm that bitch, or like I'm the one, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I need to sip on that.
a lot of ones, there's a lot of ones,
Yeah.
But there's also a successful dancer mentality that exists.
Absolutely.
And we all have them. And for me, I think the one of the biggest ones, and I'm going to take it so you don't, is
I feel so honored to be on this show right now.
Awareness.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Your opinion is valued.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. But I think it stems up. There's a lot of it, but one of the big ones I feel is self-identity. You can dance until you turn blue in the face and do all the tricks and trades and wear all the costumes, and you can even blend in. But are you? Sometimes I feel like this when I do my Duolingo, because I just speeding through things. I recognize the words. It's this sentence, and I'll be wrong. It's just Spanish right now. Okay, imagine.
That's part of the.
But like,
process.
That's what I'm saying is like sometimes dancers, I feel like they miss the internal, and so then they're just these empty shells and vessels,
right?
Don't
just
actually
like doing the
absorb. Yeah, if it sells, it sells, and if you're booking, you're booking.
Some people are very successful at that.
Very.
I'm not going to name any names.
Me either. And then it's hard for me.
Let's get into it.
Oh shit! Shit! Where's the tea? It's hard for me then to salute. Cheers! Cheers! Thank you, KingsKorner.
Yeah.
Always coming at you. It's hard for me then to connect on all the levels with people. A floaty?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I washed them out.
No, I think it came after.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So no, it's fine to believe them in the personality wise, you know.
Yeah.
Because if everything that you're doing is walking on stage being Sasha Fierce, just when we're going to the Chick-fil-A,
I love Sasha
Fierce. I can't trust you.
Yeah, who are you?
Any other way? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we're at the Walmart. Chill out. Like, do you have to get toilet paper? Because I got to get an enema. You know what I mean? Like, things like that. Like, chill out. Like, who's the person? And so, so circling back, I feel like it stems a lot for me. I don't buy enemas at Walmart. I feel like it stems a lot.
I get my enemas at Target.
Okay, shit. CVS. I use a coupon.
Buy one, get one.
Always love a good boho.
It's BOGO, but
boho. But yeah, so I feel like that was mine is the mentality. What is the dancer? Who is that dancer? And it's hard. And then I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna stop talking in a second. But
I didn't. Start,
I know. But I also then feel like it's hard to do that because when you're going behind the table and taking people auditioning for you, a lot of times the choreographer does not give 2 flights on what you're going to be like at the Walmart.
You've got 4 accounts to show me
them what you got.
And not even that.
Can you blend in and make it look good? Then boom, that's all we care about. You know what I'm saying? But for me, and what I believe success stems from, and has for me, is finding who you truly are. And that's why I feel like success, is ever changing and moving fast for some of us, because I feel like we're finding out who the hell we are and what the hell we're doing with it.
Right.
We're actually able to look at our tools and be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Because we did the internal work.
Right.
Your turn.
Well, I mean, I think you hit it right on the head. I think the most important thing about anybody trying to do anything and wanting to be successful is, one, your own interpretation of what success is.
Right.
Because that's different for anybody.
Everybody. And that's, I feel like, a huge thing, too.
Yeah. And then, 2, what you were saying, it's to know who you are. What was I just literally watching some random Instagram video of,
cut.
Hold.
Okay, I have some small technical difficulties here. We are back in action, running us again. KingsKorner, I'm your King David Matthew, with my lovely host, DJ. DJ, say hello to the people. Come on, bitch.
Hello.
Yes, absolutely.
I think realizing what it is that success is to the individual.
Success is different for everybody.
Right. Because you're going to have people that, always wanted to be a parent, or want to be rich, want to be, have the big house, have the big family, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But I think as far as my own interpretation of it, it is, like you were saying, it's knowing who you are. And in what we do in dance, you have to be able to know that, or else no one's going to fucking buy it. You know what I mean? Because we are a business, but it's us. We are individually the business that we're trying to sell. So if you have nothing to show me that's different than,
Jim Bob next to you.
Yeah, Emily, Sarah, Brittany standing next to you, then
Stacy.
I'm already bored and I've stopped watching you. Which is, I think we kind of touched on it earlier. It's like in an audition, like, yeah, you may have 4, 5, 8 counts, but most of the time, those choreographers, whatever the first move is, whatever the first 8 count is, have already decided if they're going to keep you or not.
Already.
And you didn't even get through the choreography. And you spent the whole audition stressing about the choreography when you should have just been like, it is what it is at this point.
I got what I got.
But
I showed up or not.
Yeah. I showed up. I'm going to show out. Whatever happens, happens. And then on to the next, or congratulations, you booked it. So, yeah, I think success is, whatever you define it as.
Right.
it's not as simple as no one's success is the same, and no person is the same.
Comparison, you can't do.
So you just have to, find you. And I think that's something that's been really cool for me since living out here.
Right.
Is finding myself. And, I don't necessarily feel like I have completely gotten there, but I'm completely light years ahead of where I was when I got here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to hit on top of that too, because I feel like when we say nobody else's success looks like anybody else's, people lose themselves a lot in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like healthy competition is a thing, because it's like, oh, okay, I see them. That's great for them. That works for them. This might work for me. We're not in competition though.
Right.
What you can do, I can do, you can do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to.
Right.
And you don't want to do what I do. And I don't want to do what y'all do.
Right.
I want to do this.
Right.
And I want y'all to do them. That's what you're, if not you, then who? And if not, then when? So I feel like it's important for us to, not compare. We can have creative and constructive competition.
Absolutely.
I want you to win. You want me to win. Great.
I will say that.
Tell the class.
Teacher.
Especially thrown out.
I will say though that don't wait for the audition to take that as your time to compete.
Show out. Yeah.
And I know that sounds really weird and contradictory, but it distracts you from
what you want,
your own energy and being able to really pull your own life force out there. Because if you're always worried about who's next to you,
then you ain't even looking forward.
You're not even focusing on the people that are in front of you trying to book the job. Right. You know what I mean? You already lost.
On that, I was at the gym the other day. Shout out Baron Fitness, Santa Monica.
Hey, Santa Monica? You work all the way out there?
Yeah.
You work out all the way out there?
Out there, child. That's why when I said I'm gonna be there shortly, I'm at 45 to an hour. But
another LA thing. No one is ever on time.
No.
Except for me.
We trying, child. Runs it. We trying. But yeah, you're right. It's not how it rolls out here. But I was at the gym the other day and I was doing my thing and I kept looking around.
Yeah. Yeah, even at the gym you can find yourself doing that.
Am I looking for?
What do you mean? What are you looking for?
I'm there.
You're at the gym. Yeah, okay.
Right. I'm there to work out. I'm there to do my thing. I'm there to make this body snatched. I'm not there to worry about the fun mother trucker over there. I'm not there to worry about, oh my gosh, I can't.
Yeah, I shout. It is very distracting.
I shout. Do that. Yeah. Because then I'm always worried about them thinking about what the hell I'm
doing. All the boys be at the gym.
At the gym. And now I'm like, oh, should I go in the sauna now or should I wait till later? I'm worried about the wrong things.
Do not let me into his own life experience.
I say that. I say that to say the same thing in dance now. You know? Mm-hmm. Like I used to be embarrassed doing push-ups in class because then everybody would look over at me doing push-ups in class and be like, girl, chill out.
He's trying too hard.
Right. What are you trying? Yeah.
It's like, bitch, I just woke up and out like 30 minutes ago.
I need this shit to pump.
Right.
I do these
I gotta warm up.
Okay. Like I just can't come out the womb looking like this all the time. I have to we have to warm my things up. And so I became so concerned about the world around me instead of worrying about tunnel vision. And tunnel vision, you don't have to
tunnel vision can be a positive effect on your life for sure.
People, you can say, hey, how you doing? I'm going about your business.
Oh, bitch, I don't talk to anyone at the gym.
So yeah,
I think they all think I'm so mean.
I mean, we just say hi and hello. I mean, I like to go on hikes and say hi to people. Mm-hmm. I like to be friendly.
You do.
I will go to the Walmart and the Ralphs. And
this bitch will say hi to everyone on the hike.
Everyone. No one's
hi. Just say hi to the dog on the ground.
We gotta share
the squirrel in the tree.
That's what we're doing. So it's the same thing when you go into the dance world, y'all. You gotta really pay attention to what rooms you're going into, why you're going into those rooms, and what energy you're bringing into.
It's on.
Welcome back again. This has been KingsKorner. What an explosive episode. I don't even know.
I found all these things in his room, literally behind me. On this giant ass armoire that's from the early 1800s or some shit.
We are in the palace, and that's paladential.
They're kind of cunt though.
Can't remember what I have those for. But it's been so much fun having you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I really, you can keep them on. They're very.
Oh, okay. I thought we were having a serious moment.
No, I mean, even if we are, perfect for that.
You know, it's hard to, you know, look at someone seriously
No,
with these
it's
glasses
not.
on.
I try to expect people to look at me seriously with them on when I wear them. I have decided to no longer move in fear of a lot of things. Beginning of KingsKorner is one of those fears that I've decided to be like, we gotta cut that shit out, you know?
Yeah.
And
See,
so
you keep giggling.
no, I'm giggling just because that's me. If I leave them on, you look great. Doesn't he look great, everybody? And so it's important for me to now shine that light. Life, love, light. I like to feel in laughter.
Yeah.
But those are things that I like to bring to people, and I like that energy to radiate from the things that I do now.
Absolutely.
And, your experience and my experiences, I think, are so valuable, as much as everybody else's, and the things that we've experienced out here in LA.
Yeah.
Because it's a jungle out there. And it's very...
The jungle in here, too.
In case you didn't know. The Lion King. So it's important for you. Don't sue me to Disney. So it's important for us to keep building that community. And also continue to hold each other accountable and hold ourselves accountable. And so that we can walk into that room with accountability and awareness of like, I'm meant to do this, and I'm meant to go there, and I'm meant to be that. So I thank you for meaning to always be who you mean to be.
Yeah, no problem. It's never going to be what you thought it was going to be.
No.
Like, never is.
And it might be better. Right. More than likely will be better.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to
trust it. Just trust it.
And trust yourself.
Go out there and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Bend them knees and arch that
and
back.
And don't ever ask for apologies.
And point those toes.
Mm-hmm.
And belly buttons to your spine.
Absolutely.
Close your ribcage.
Point your toes. I feel like that one. Oh, and spatial awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. Stretch your ankles. We can go on and on.
If you walk into a...
Claps for you. Claps for him. Claps for Donnie. Claps for... It's Dion, isn't it?
It's Dion. He keeps calling it Donnie.
I know. It's like people calling me David. I'm sorry.
And I don't know who the fuck Donnie is, but she does not sound cunt at all. Like, she sounds tired. Donnie.
Dion.
Yes, Dion Jackson. Which you can also just call her DJ.
DJ. I know, but I like that.
That's exactly why I did that.
So smart.
I know. Sometimes.
I am your King David Matthew. Always David Matthew. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being here.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for us. We'll have more of these to come. This is only the beginning. God bless you all. Continue to share in your life, love, and light with each other. Hold yourselves and everybody else accountable while you're being vulnerable and understanding and giving to those around you. Share love. Thank you so much.
It's a wrap.